break is in progress, and then we can get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Philly by Night, a 5th edition Vampire the Masquerade game set in the city of brotherly love and ensconced in a world of darkness. Philly by Night is a game intended for audiences 18 plus and tackles some dark, difficult, and disturbing topics. As such, this is your trigger warning for the session. Topics can include and are not limited to use and abuse of disciplines, body horror, manipulation, mutilation, gaslighting, raised voices, social and physical violence, starvation and its effects, religious extremes, mentions and methods of torture, and, of course, the possibility of final character death. With all that out of the way, let's see what the darkness holds. Kindred of the New Guard. After having been given the opportunity to get to know one another, tonight's the big night. So we are going to start things off with our resident Rose. Samantha.
Yes, sir.
Have you been spending your time at your own haven, or have you been at the coterie haven or the clan haven?
So I think the first few nights post her exciting adventure at oh goodness, what's it called? Guilty Pleasures. She would be at the coterie haven for a bit, but would have made her way back home, especially if Virgil asked any questions. Just like,
oh, do you really think Virgil's the type that needs to ask questions?
I mean, it's a courtesy.
And he's a Malkavian. Maybe it occurs to him, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so you rouse from day sleep in your personal haven. You have gotten a letter.
A letter. Sorry, a letter. Yes.
Your wonderful sire has saw fit to send you a letter in response to the ever so thoughtful letter that you sent to him. Yes, a letter. Yay, I have friends. That's not a letter, that's a threat.
A threat. Which, like, there was no really threatening language to her. It was, how any sire would probably talk to their child. It did make her stomach hurt.
He did remind you of the guy that thought he was a little too big for his britches, and now, well, his catalog still earns for the label.
Surely that he wouldn't do that to her. He's just reminding her. This is her monologue. Never. It's just messy.
So, how does Samantha get ready for the garden party?
So, after the slightly irritating text messages from her lovely coterie mate, she would have been kind of flipping through her catalog of clothes before she finally settles on something like this dress, kind of off the shoulder, in the pink family, but it's more of like a mauve, and she's kind of playing it with like bold accent.
Okay.
You take her time, honestly, is every day.
You would, in the mail slot of your haven, would be a formal invitation.
Okay.
You are heading to the inn at the League. Now, the Union League of Philadelphia is the most prestigious private social club in like northeastern North America.
Oh, so I would have probably heard of it.
This is where old money goes to do what old money does.
That's intimidating in a different way, but she's a rose. She's been accepted by the prince. She's supposed to be here.
Yep. So we are going to pause on Samantha, and we are going to pivot over to our sopping wet mess.
Leave him alone. He
I
hasn't done
refuse.
anything yet.
Hasn't he?
Yet.
So, Hawk, as you rouse from day sleep, it is less rousing and more sitting bolt upright in your bed, screaming without a sound, your mouth filled with the taste of ash and roses. The hunger clawing at the back of your throat. The beast demands its due.
Yeah.
And you roused at hunger. You roused from day sleep at hunger 3, buddy.
Yep.
So you know what that means?
Okay, who's showing up now?
As you sit bolt upright and your vision adjusts to the darkness of your bedroom, you find yourself face to face with the perfectly carved, expertly sculpted face of Laurent d'Albert.
Cool. Cool. After that lovely dream he had, I think seeing that face, especially so close up, would just make him fucking throw a pillow at him. Just like anything to put space between him and Laurent.
As you throw the pillow, it passes harmlessly through him as though he stands like empty air.
Yeah.
And he just smiles, that faint trace of gold around his throat. I'll see you soon, J'adore. And evaporates.
Samantha, you're not allowed to be mean to me. You're not allowed to be mean to me. None of you are allowed to be mean to me. Let a man yearn. Let a man yearn. It's complicated, the yearning, but it's still a yearn. Cool. For this party,
More a hallucination than a ghost, but
yeah. A ghost is something that others can see. A hallucination just proves that Hawk's crazy. There's a difference. For this party, the garden party, does he know if he'll be able to like slake hunger with the hors d'oeuvres there?
the invitation that is waiting for you, pushed through the mail slot of your haven, does clearly state that fresh refreshments will be provided.
Okay. Cool.
That is a little tougher for our sensitive tummy,
Hey, you're
but
fuck off.
He's got things figured out. After all, he's a Ventru. He's got it. He's got people for that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. So I'll just take I'll just use 1 dot then.
Of your herd?
Yeah, just to get down to hunger 2. I can get down to hunger 1 once the festivities start. But Hawk would not like to be at hunger 3 when looking at roses, so he's gonna bring that down. And then he'll go ahead and he'll take a shower, scrubbing his skin until like it's a bright red, but I don't know if Kindred can do that. But for the audiences at home, just means that he is scrubbing rough. And then afterwards, he'll get dressed, pulling at his sleeves to make sure that it covers up to his wrist, like consistently pulling them, because he now wears sleeves that go over his hands usually, and these are nice clothes, so it can't do that. And making sure his shirt is buttoned all the way up. Cool.
So yeah, you will have a sanguine resonance for the evening.
Oh God, hold on. Is it as bad as I think it is?
That is the horny resonance.
Oh yeah, so of course it's as bad as I think it is. Okay, cool. All right. Hopefully,
Hey.
well, it's not there, right? Right, guys? Right, guys?
The bot was like, I'm gonna do the funniest thing right now.
It did, you know?
At least it wasn't a dyscrasia.
Yeah.
Like, it could be worse. Like, you are... While the nightmare was horrifying, there is kind of part of it that was
We don't want
something else.
we don't gotta talk about what that awakened in Hawk.
Nothing,
This better not
right?
awaken anything in me.
Well,
Nothing, right? Ooh,
anyway, but yeah, no, he makes sure that he's covered up as much as he can be. And he'll take his car and head to the coterie game.
Okay.
He'll also he's not that type of guy to where he has axe, but he does put on clone. Because he's like
Something classy, like
that.
a nice musky nighttime scent.
Yeah,
Something
nothing-
that's not overpowering, but is, appropriate for the situation.
Yeah, so he doesn't smell like fucking books.
And fear sweat.
He knows how he smells. He doesn't want to smell like books around Toreador, because then they'll make fun of him. He wants them to make fun of him for other reasons, okay?
so say both of you to assume we're not making fun of you already, but
I mean, you already are, but like...
Nobody bully Hawk, or things will happen, and then you'll have a whole different kind of problem.
No! He heads to the coterie haven. You monsters.
Excellent. Which brings us, lastly but not leastly for the evening. Now, Thomas, you rouse from day sleep. Things are doing all right. There is, as you rouse from day sleep, you are able to catch Drew as she is kind of heading out the door. She lets you know that she is going to go see the madame so that she can have proper attire for the evening. Now, you know she's going to go see Laurent. Like, that is who she refers to as the madame. She has... The city services are going to be picking her up and delivering her, so, like, she is protected. You, however, decide, well, I'm a little hungry. We woke up at hunger 2, which is not terrible, That's usually a good place to ride for most kindred, but you're going to be dealing with roses. And specifically, none of them are your rose. So you want to make sure that any edge that might be there is not. So you summon a member of your herd. And as you sink your fangs in and you take that first drink, usually when you have your preferred palate, this is the caviar, the champagne. This is the good stuff. Tonight is different. That first drink is like the really good cocaine from the 90s that you can't get anymore.
Oh, Thomas is going to be in a good mood.
Like, this is not just the caviar, the champagne, the foie gras, the filet mignon. This is a party. And you have picked up an intense phlegmatic resonance. From one Ventru main to another, keep him around. He's a fun one.
Yeah, that one's going to be...
As a result, you will have a +1 bonus die to all of your dominate and auspex abilities. And I misread. You also have, because of your associated dyscrasia, you have a +2 bonus die to resisting all frenzies for the night.
That'll be handy.
I don't know what to tell you, Hawk. The bot giveth and the bot taketh away.
Yeah, this man is like, all of my stuff, I'll be on point. And then the bot looked at me and went, be horny.
I'm gonna do the funniest thing. Be horny, wet and pathetic little man. I mean, to be fair, the bot kicked Thomas in the dick a lot last season. Like, the hungry times were rough for him. So, like, every dog...
me in the fucking dick every time they get the chance to.
Oh man, I really like my character. Not after I do this.
this.
The bot heard me go, I want to keep him around for a while, and went, okay. You're going to regret that.
The bots.
But, so, you were able to slake yourself back down to hunger 1. Or you could go further. Well, the question is, does Thomas want to keep this on reserve, or does he want to drink the whole bottle?
Oh, no, we're going to keep that on reserve. That's going to be potentially helpful later.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice. So, you all have the address. You're all going to make your way individually to the inn at the Union League. And as you... Or no, you're all heading to the Coterie Haven first. That's right.
Yeah.
Because unified front. So, as you all begin to trickle into the Coterie Haven, the first thing that you notice, Samantha, because you are the first to arrive, the first thing you notice is that there's a scent on the air. Warm, vanilla, and some kind of fruit? Blueberries. You'd recognize the scent of warm blueberries anywhere. And as you enter the Coterie Haven, Virgil is pulling a tray of muffins out. And he looks at you and gives you a smile. Oh, Miss Nocturne. Wonderful for you to join us tonight, and early, I see.
She'll smooth out her dress and her hair. I know. I think I don't think tardiness suits me.
And he'll first gesture over to the living room set. Please make yourself comfortable. We'll make sure that we go over any lingering particulars before we head out. Muffin?
No thanks. I don't want to get crumbs on my dress. Completely like, and her eyebrow would also like knit together. They're blueberries. They're blueberry muffins. You can't eat
Yes.
those.
No. Shame. And he turns out the muffins onto a wire rack and arranges them before selecting one and kind of plucking at it as he eats it.
She's just gonna think he's crazy. She's just no. I'm not gonna assume anything magical. He's just crazy. He's gonna probably vomit that up in a few hours, if not immediately. So she's gonna take a seat in the one seater and just cross her legs and wait patiently. Probably scroll on her phone.
Next to arrive is our dear friend Thomas. So, Thomas, as you make your way into the Coterie Haven, you are also hit with that wave of warm vanilla blueberries, like somebody's baking here. And you see Virgil standing in the kitchenette. He has a rack of muffins in front of him, and he's kind of picking and eating at one. Oh, Mr. Pierce, lovely for you to join us. Prompt as ever. And he gestures over to the living room set. We have a few particulars to go over before we head over to the event. Muffin?
No, thank you.
And does Thomas engage in conversation with Samantha?
He's going to look at Samantha, and he is going to look her up and down. Well, you look lovely tonight, Miss Nocturne.
She'll look up from her phone, hide the display, and cross her hands and on her knee. Why, thank you, Mr. Pierce. You look lovely yourself.
Thank you.
And lastly, but not leastly, it is about that time that Hawk kind of... Well, Hawk, how do you enter the Coterie Haven?
Like a normal
'Cause I picture-
guy.
Well, see, I have this vision in my head that anywhere that Hawk goes, it's a combination of like Cosmo Kramer or where he's just kind of bursting through the door looking sweaty and unkempt.
Well, there's been no rush. He hasn't been rushed. No one has told him to rush or hurry up.
This is true. This is true.
And he doesn't have any information to give anyone, so it's not like there's any speed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not trying to be. Why would he be on notice? It's his own Coterie Haven. He's just a guy. He's just walking in.
Can we ever explain what Hawk is about? Ever? Like, can we ever understand the mind that is Hawk without going crazy quickly?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So, Hawk, as you enter, you are also hit with the smell of freshly baked blueberry muffins. And there's Virgil, and he's, dressed how he would likely normally dress, pair of slacks, sweater. He's got an apron on. It's not, anything comical, just a baker's apron.
Just
And
a
he's
guy.
standing in the kitchenette, eating a blueberry muffin. Ah, Mr. Castillo. Perhaps we should make sure that a gift is in order, like a watch, or maybe a clock.
Oh, sorry. I had to take care of some business. And he just, God, as someone who used to have the eating merit, I get it. I know, I get it. You want to flaunt it whenever you can, but apologies. I didn't mean to be so late.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just fucking with you. Go on, sit. Muffin?
Are those
Blueberry, yes.
I mean, I can't partake, but what do they taste like? I've never had one, I don't think.
Oh, they taste like a blueberry muffin.
Okay, well, I don't know what those taste like. So that's like what notes? Like what?
He just looks at you like I'm not explaining a blueberry muffin to you.
She just kind of shrugs and just heads over.
Here, what's it like? It's like a blueberry muffin. Well, like, what's it like?
What do you like? Starchy, like citrusy, like there are notes to fucking blueberries and muffins.
Oh my god.
None of which you're going to get from Virgil.
Yeah.
The man is just like, they're blueberry muffins.
Is this conversation...
Does Samantha have that face? Is there as Hawk is like, what does it taste like?
No, she's more reserved. That is Shazi's face. But if it's loud, if this conversation's loud enough that she can hear it, she's going to look up a varying form of like concerned and disappointed. Like, I see you're trying to practice your socialization.
No, I've never experienced food before that I can remember, so I want to know what it's like.
Okay, a note for the party: don't talk about how food tastes. Okay.
I don't intend to. Most people can't eat shit. Virgil's an exception.
No, most people can, but
Not in
it's
our
such a
society.
common. Whatever, it's your funeral.
Okay. I had no intention of talking about food palettes, but okay.
Thomas, are you looking back and forth between Samantha and Hawk, or are you looking around the apartment?
He is looking between the two of them, wondering why they would be debating the taste of blueberry muffins when they should be talking about some proper Italian food, so good pasta.
Hey, guess what, Thomas? He also's never tasted Italian food.
Oh man, later this season is going to be so much fun for everyone. Anyway, Thomas, while you're looking back and forth between Samantha and Hawk, you catch a glimpse of Virgil, who's just standing there eating his muffin, frog blinking, like behind those eyes. These are adults. I'm watching two adults.
Yep.
Then, but for a moment, Thomas, it's like he is still frog blinking, but he looks at you. And the expression on his face can best be described as, are you going to be a problem tonight too?
I'm just
like not accusatory, but just like, please tell me you have a plan.
I had a plan until Virgil decided that's not a good enough plan.
Because you're not You were not put in this coterie to be a wallflower, sir.
There's still a plan.
There's a problem. Vesper's just upset because she has to babysit him.
You're not baby. He is a grown man. He is so much older than you.
You just had a conversation about blueberry muffins.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's never tasted food before. He has no memory of the concept of food. I'm sorry that he's curious. It's almost as if that's
Mama.
a trait in his plan.
Mama should have named him George.
It's always
Who knows?
curious.
Maybe his mom did.
You don't know. Maybe she did.
Anyway.
But anyway, Virgil steps out around the kitchenette island and just, while you and Samantha are going at it about blueberry muffins, he just takes you by the elbow and guides you into the living room.
All right.
And when he started moving closer, Samantha will just drop the argument. No, it's not even an argument. More so, she's voicing her displeasure and going back to her phone. This conversation is nothing but annoyance.
It is the normal with Hawk. So, for this, are we given... I know that I asked in the chat if there was any objectives, but now that we're all together, is there anything that we need to know that cannot be explained over text?
Well, we have several Toreador refugees from the Lehigh Valley that are coming into town. If we immediately send Justice and Mercy to look around, people tend to get skittish. So I would like the three of you to mix, mingle, meet some people. He'll give a sweet smile over to Samantha, use that wonderful charm of yours to extract some information, and if all else fails, he'll look over at Thomas, beat the shit out of them. I don't really care.
Is the goal of this party to develop repertoire?
Ideally, yes. But, sometimes you have to lean into what you're good at.
Can you go over exactly what happened at the last event? Because I've heard bits and pieces and ramblings and rumors, but I would like to know exactly what happened so that way there's no faux pas.
The garden party. A prince got ate.
Huh?
The prince of the Lehigh Valley got eaten. Well, not all the way eaten. He only got eaten a little bit, and then he got staked, and then he turned into ash. And Victoria Ash thought that was just ever so entertaining.
Did he get bitten by anyone from our city?
You know that one club, the kind of Egypt-y themed one?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about, you, Hawk, would know he's talking about Ashton's club.
Yes.
The Toreador that runs that, the independent fellow?
Mm-hmm.
That was his establishment.
Okay. But it wasn't... The incident didn't happen by someone that the prince has deemed fit to reside in our city under Camarilla law, correct?
I mean, Miss Darling and Mr. D'Albert were present, though did not actively participate in the...
Correct. I just need to know if anyone on the Camarilla side of things had any involvement in either bite or stake. If it was our emissaries that did that, then we should be okay, but I'm just asking.
To be fair, he did frenzy on them first.
Yes. There's no, there's no problem about it. It's just making sure appearance-wise and in case fingers start flying, there's an easy way to clear up any miscommunication, yada yada yada.
Oh, no. Prince Ash was present for the entire thing and did give a full report to leadership.
Okay, so we should be good with that then.
Hey, Samantha, how you feeling, buddy?
They just name dropped Victoria Ash, which I feel
Several
like
times.
several times.
Like casual.
Yeah, and Virgil
Julie.
and Hawk are talking about it non-flux, just like, oh yeah.
So
no, that's
first it
Victoria.
was like the emissaries coterie. It's like, okay, is this kind of Samantha kind of like looks over at each other, trying to piece together if that is a coterie that this prince has sanctioned. And then whenever they drop Victoria Ash, she's gonna like stop wide-eyed and look at the both of them. Every time that they drop it, they're like,
And Virgil will stop what he's saying to Hawk and just kind of slowly pan over to Samantha. Are you okay?
Samantha knows who Victoria Ash is. I feel like that's a
Every Toreador knows who Victoria Ash is. She
Right,
is
okay.
the most famous Toreador next to, like, Helena.
right. Okay. So yeah, no, it's just like, wait, you mean the Victoria Ash? The Victoria Ash was
The
at
Prince of Atlanta, yes.
yes, was at the garden party. And
Yes,
witnessed this
Toreador don't
entire
exactly become-
Several prominent Toreador in the area were at the garden party.
Yeah, Toreador don't exactly become famous by staying in their city. It's quite common for individuals.
And besides-
stop and look at Hawk with the most like incredulous, you don't say look.
Besides, Tigerius tends to run most things most nights anyway.
Ooh. Not touching out the 10-foot pole in a hazmat suit, but she's gonna be like, oh, like, okay, so the Victoria Ash was there, witnessed everything, and enjoyed it. Are we expecting her to be a guest here tonight?
Oh, no. This is more of a private soiree to welcome. It's framed as a Toreador event, but it's not exclusively a Toreador event.
Just gonna just the quickest eye movement to Thomas. Just right.
But Prince Ash may find herself visiting Philadelphia at least another time or two. After all, she expressed great interest in opening another of her wonderful clubs here.
Oh,
That wouldn't be
great.
not bad
You
idea.
always have expansion.
And he kind of sits down in one of the chairs and spreads some photos out on the coffee table of the building that you are going to be at. And this is, Thomas, you are familiar. You are a member in good standing of the Union League of Philadelphia. Like, that comes with being a Ventru.
Okay.
It is the oldest and most prestigious of the private societies in America. It was one of the first private social clubs ever established. This is where old money do what old money does. But the decorations are very colonial. They are very high-end, historical, steeped in tradition. There are portraits of the founding fathers. There are portraits of past members. There is one portrait that seems to loom above them all that is one of the largest contributors to the Union League. John Harrison. You would, however, immediately recognize the stony and stoic face of John Sexton. That pompous, arrogant, I am better than you look. Hey. And as we are going over the pictures of the Union League, we have the door opens and the fourth member of your quartet for the evening steps in. Drew, why don't you tell everybody how you're dressed?
Drew is dressed very simply in a black slip dress, which strikes, well, really only Thomas as odd. Because some magical how, all of her tattoos, all of those bioluminescent veins are hidden. She is dressed simply in that black slip dress with a Toreador lapel pin on one spaghetti strap.
Hawk, Samantha, Thomas, could you all please give me a, wits and intelligence, please?
Does Kindred iconography apply here?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it for one extra dice if you have Kindred iconography.
I do. Okay. Said
Wits and
wits and
intelligence?
what? Intelligence?
Wits and intelligence.
Okay. I'm guessing
Thomas, good.
Colts don't apply here.
Um,
Okay, now I'm gonna have to go through the list of things I have.
no, just a wits and intelligence with the one extra die for iconography.
Okay.
Depending on what you get, you may get some extra information.
Will 3 pass, or should I willpower?
Do you want a willpower?
Only if it'll fail.
Don't forget, you have that aggravated.
I have 1 ag, right?
Yes, you have one ag.
Yeah, because the other one got healed.
Yep, the other one got healed, and the rest that you had were superficial.
Cool.
So
But
the reason.
If it
Go ahead.
passes, then I'm not going to, because I want to save the willpower for the party. But if it'll fail, I don't want a bestial before a party.
It's not going to fail. And we usually don't, on the memory mechanic, we usually tend to overlook the bestials anyway. So, Hawk, we'll start with our 2 success. Samantha, you recognize the lapel pin? Like, it's absolutely a Toreador rose. Like, that much is... You wouldn't even need to make a roll for that. Like, that much is clear. But it is not the classic red Toreador rose. This is a silver pin with black enamel. So it is a black rose. You remember seeing it around the clan haven, but you're having trouble placing on whom you saw the pin before, but you have seen it around the clan haven, and you do know that there is only one person that has it. Hawk.
Before you give me anything, just real quick question: is this for knowledge for Kindred Society that seems taboo? Because if so, I'll just roll an extra dice.
Give me an extra die on that.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, just 3.
Okay. So just 3. You know that this is Laurent's lapel pin.
Okay.
Like, you've seen it on him before. Thomas, with my 4 successes. Not only do you know that this is a Toreador icon, that this is Laurent's personal lapel pin, but you also remember hearing something in your travels about black roses. It means something in the grander scheme of things, but exactly what is escaping you? So, with that, Drew comes and joins the rest of you. And Virgil just gives Drew a smile. Ms. Dragunov, it is good of you to join us. I will be honest, I was not entirely expecting you, but good to have you all the same. He is making it clear that while Drew is not unwelcome, he just had not accounted for her for the evening.
Samantha. Oh, God.
The madame said the evening was likely to be enlightening.
And Virgil will roll his eyes before just kind of looking over at Samantha, like almost like you two share a friction point. Not between each other, but there is that moment of course he did.
Samantha's gonna look over at Drew and she's gonna whistle. Go, you look nice.
Oh, and we lost them.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Now they're back.
Slight technical difficulty, sorry.
It happens. Different show every night, folks. So Drew, Samantha kind of gave you a little whistle and said that you looked really nice tonight.
That is very nice of you, considering at least 50% of my visible flesh is not real.
That's gonna take Samantha aback just for a second. Not like she's like stuttering, but just a quick blink of her eyes and looking over at Thomas. Okay.
That is where Virgil kind of breaks in. Oh, our prince is a master at prosthetics.
And Samantha's gonna like give Drew a once over because it doesn't look like she needs any prosthetics as far as she knows.
Give me an intelligence and investigation. You may blood surge if you like.
Is that pin that she has actual silver, or does it just look like silver?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It definitely looks like silver.
Cool.
Did you want to,
Yeah. It didn't add my hunger, but it left off my hunger.
okay.
2. I mean, you did say intelligence. At that point, I knew. Just
I mean, you've got 2 intelligence. That's not bad. Anyway. 2 is good. Y'all are sitting in fairly close proximity. Like, the living room is not that large. And you can see, like, just at the wrists, just at the neckline, you can barely see the faintest pucker of where the edges of the silicone prosthetic were glued down and makeup was used to then blend the line. And the reason I'm giving this to you is because Samantha has sat in the chair for hours getting her makeup done. So the makeup is what's the giveaway to Samantha's eye. It is faint. It is almost barely noticeable. This is the work of a professional.
I feel like you'd have to like lean in a little bit and squint to see it.
Like, this is big money hair and makeup team style work.
She's gonna go. Impressive. It looks like they color matched you very well. Why did you need to cover up everything?
So that I would be unobjectionable for the evening.
You would notice that the last time that you met Drew, she was far more covered.
The only connection that Samantha can make to that is she would be of the clan of the lepers. But Samantha isn't put on edge. So she's just gonna squint. And knowing that basically her dad is right there, she's just gonna drop it. Huh.
Yep. She does still have behind one ear that bright blue luminescent flower, but it does just kind of look like it's tucked behind her ear. Maybe pinned in place.
Her favorite hairpiece.
But with that, Virgil does give you a little bit of a spiel for the evening that, like, reconnaissance is the name of the game. We want to get to know these people, who they are, what they're about, kind of get a baseline vibe of, like, are they going to be a problem? But ultimately, we want to make them feel welcome into the city. Unless they are going to provide a problem, then we want to make them feel very unwelcome. This is not Elysium, so we should not be worried about use of powers. This is not technically a sanctioned city event, so, like, we don't have to worry about offending the throne if some things happen here. Obviously, the masquerade, like, we're not breaking traditions, but a social faux pas is not going to land a blade at your throat. Not from the throne, anyway. Virgil makes it clear that this is a property that is owned by the city. So respect the property as you would respect Elysium, but don't expect there to be Elysium-style rules. Thomas would know full well that, like, this is one or two rungs below, like, a board meeting. As far as, like, the social expectations. So, with that, he looks at you all and says, So, shall we head over collectively, or would you all like to go separately?
Well, it all depends. Do we want to seem like we're all together or not?
I mean, I could give or take. I'm supposed to be there. I am a Rose. These are my cousins. It's really a matter of, do you want to ride with me? Just a smile.
I'm indifferent. I just want to know what our angle is going to be.
Thomas, what about another one of your opinions?
I'm driving. If any of you wish to ride with me, you are welcome to join.
Do you drive well?
Yes.
You sure? Because I would hate to ruin my makeup before I even get there.
Sweetheart, if I'm driving fast, that means we're getting away from something. Or chasing something.
Ew.
In this instant, I will treat your little princess, but like precious cargo.
Oh, that was the expectation. What wasn't expected was you calling me sweetheart. That is slimy. Don't do that tonight. And if Thomas will let her, she's gonna lean over and pat him probably on his knee as she stands up.
Well, the Venture and the Toreador are venturing and Toreadoring.
Well, as much as I would love to be in that car, I'll drive myself. Virgil, do you have a ride, or do you need?
Yes.
Okay.
And he toddles along downstairs, leads you all out into the parking lot, and he gets into Samantha a very familiar Bentley.
Familiar how? Like,
It's Laurent's Bentley. Like that old school, like Gilded Age Bentley.
Is Laurent just giving his shit out at this point? What the hell is going on?
Oh, no. Virgil's not driving. He's getting into the back.
Oh.
Like, he's settled himself into the back seat of the Bentley.
Hawk, you have a choice.
While you're making your choice,
Yeah.
Samantha, you are riding with Thomas, or are you riding in the Bentley?
oh, that is. They're gonna have to get along all night. They're gonna have to get along all night. Let this be an olive branch.
Okay. So Samantha and Hawk climb into the back of the Bentley. Thomas, you are still intent on driving?
No, Samantha was going with Thomas.
Oh, Samantha's going with Thomas. Okay.
Yeah,
so Samantha's going with Thomas. Hawk is getting into the Bentley.
Yes. He's being a big boy and deciding that if he doesn't have a car at this event, that means he can't leave.
I mean, there is one of the most robust mass transit systems in America right here in Philadelphia. So like,
that's true. But in his head, he's like, if I don't have a car, then me leaving is going to be harder. So therefore,
Also, you have to be babysat by me.
No, I don't.
Hawk, when you get into the Bentley, you momentarily catch the reflection of the driver. It is a very attractive Asian woman. Dressed very plainly. Well, from what you could catch as you got into the Bentley,
Yeah.
dressed plainly. She does appear to have some sort of like blazer or something on over top of whatever it is she's wearing. So the two of you get into the Bentley. Samantha, you climb into Baby. And Thomas, do you have any rules for passengers, first-time passengers in Baby?
First-time passengers don't open their fucking mouths.
Well, one, Thomas is going to open the door for her to get in first. And after he gets in, I'd ask what kind of music you like, but driver fixed the music in my car. And he's going to pop a cassette in, and he is going to start playing White Snake.
I don't know if Samantha would have heard of White Snake.
Do Still the Night or Judgment Day.
No. I think we're going to go deeper. Fool for Your Loving starts playing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yes, we'll do that one.
Because Thomas has been in his fifis lately. Oh boy, man, we cannot keep G'day connected. It's an omen. Of course, they are an omen. But anywho. So, Whitesnake's Fool for Your Loving comes on. And it is not top volume, but Samantha, can you go ahead and give me a wits and insight?
Wits insight? Absolutely. Would desire specialty apply here?
Not on this one. Like, we're in the ballpark, but you'd have to identify it first. Okay. 3. 3 is not bad. 3 is good. Wait a second. You're missing a dice there.
You said...
No, that's right.
Insight.
It's wits and insight. I apologize. I
I
can't count.
It would have been 5.
Yeah, I can't count. No, wits and insight. Yeah, this strikes you as somebody who like just went through a bad breakup, but maybe not like a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's matters of the heart are at play here right now, and not all of them are positive. Somebody's in their fifis, or at least was the last time they drove this car, which was presumably on the way over.
Yeah, she's again, because Vesper is glued to her phone for social media for no reason whatsoever. She's going to be kind of scrolling through, and then she's going to pause when she starts hearing some of the lyrics and look at him, look at the speakers, and then go, I I assume is this the rose that kicked your heart in the ass? Is this her doing?
Specifically, what catches your notice is the line, "Don't come running to me. I know I've done all I can. A hard-loving woman like you just makes a hard-loving man.
Ew, and from what I can tell, it is dire. So who is she? Or he?
It's music. It's a song.
Thomas, are you trying to hide like anything, or are you just like it's music, it's a song?
Thomas is not likely aware that he has gravitated to any specific songs.
So this is more of like an unconscious pick. So Thomas would be sincere and like it's just music, but like,
Yeah.
boy, denial is not a river in Egypt. So, okay. Knowing that you don't get anything further from it, Samantha, he seems to believe that this is just music.
So,
This is just the music he listens to.
in her head, she's gonna go, well, the first stage of grief is denial, so she'll drop it. There's no need to pursue that further, especially because he is the driver. He could just push her out. So, survival's sake. She'll just leave it.
Meanwhile, before we swap over to the other car, from the back seat, the two of you can hear Drew just kind of atonally singing along. She does not sing well, but bless her, she is trying.
Thomas is likely gonna kind of wince a little bit, but he is not gonna say anything.
Esper just has a shit-eating grin.
From there, we are going to pivot over to the Bentley. Hawk, you are sitting across from Virgil with your back to the driver. And
Cool.
Virgil just has this like Cheshire cat grin. As he's just looking over at you.
Yes.
Yes?
You're smiling at me.
I smile at a lot of people. It's called a manic episode, and you're getting 3 more seasons of it.
Got it. Is there a reason for this smiling in particular?
He leans forward, elbows on knees, hands clasped together, rests his chin on his hands. You know, dreams can oftentimes be prophetic, and other times they're just dreams.
You're not wrong. I just certainly hope this one is not prophetic in any way.
I should really teach you how to quiet your mind. That one was loud.
I've worked on it.
We'll work on it some more some other time. Are you going to be okay for the party?
Yes, yeah.
Try that again, only this time believe it.
I think I'll be fine.
You think or you know.
I never know anything when it comes to myself, so I think it's going to probably be the best answer for the time being.
And Virgil kind of straightens his suit jacket. That's a shame.
Why?
Because you should know. You're
About
how old?
I'm aware of my age.
Yes, and so is everyone else that's in a room with you.
Correct.
That's not a compliment. Nor should it be a
No.
statement of fact. That's why you're not on wallflower duty tonight. A little bit of socialization should do you good. Flex those muscles a bit.
So,
Sure. I'll do my best.
should I take this as you don't have a plan?
I always have a plan, Miss Kay.
I do also have a plan. It has shifted due to being told I can't do certain things, but I do have a plan.
How's your acting?
Looks directly at my sheet.
Uh,
Pretty good.
that would be either performance or subterfuge.
Yeah. If it's subterfuge, cool. He's not performing. He's just lying. There's a difference.
That depends.
The easiest way to do this, don't be you. Pick someone else to be for the night, and be that.
Well, I had no intention of being myself, because if I were myself, no one would want to be around me, so...
Well, yes, this doesn't exactly work for you.
The suit is tailored well.
Oh, that's because it's from Ernesto.
Yes, I got yelled at, so...
So you look the part. Do you think you can figure out how to act like you're one of us?
I mean, am I supposed to pretend that I'm a Toreador?
Why not? Toreador tend to trust each other more than anybody else.
Then there's us, but everybody likes us until they don't.
Everybody underestimates you lot. Which is a fatal flaw in its own.
So pick something to be that's not you, and be that. If you can find a charming bone in your body, be Toreador.
If Virgil is listening in Hawk's Head, there is the thought of, well, I pretended to be Tremere long enough. Might as well just pretend to be a different clan.
And Virgil will reach out, very gently tap your knee, and just shake his head like, no, we're not doing that tonight. We're doing exactly not that tonight.
Not thinking? Oh, gosh. That's the stressor. He can't think?
So Virgil just kind of gives the kneecap just a little squeezy squeeze. He's like, look, if it helps, you could just be crazy. Like me. Everybody loves Mad Men. Until they don't. Did I say that already?
Yeah, different fonts. And I don't need to pretend to be crazy. I already got that one down packed. But remember, we're trying to not be me. Remember?
Okay. So, as the two vehicles pull up, you are greeted by a valet. Thomas, are you going to let baby be valet parked?
Thomas is going to take a moment. And he's going to, before as he hands over the keys, be like, not a scratch.
And the nice young man in the clean outfit cradles your keys, looks at the car, gives you a nod before he very carefully climbs in, starts the vehicle back up, and glides off into the night. You do see him pull into the nearby parking garage that is adjacent to, but not attached to, the building. As Hawk, as you and Virgil arrive, Virgil steps out, followed by the driver of the vehicle, who takes her jacket off, folds it, throws it in on the passenger seat of the Bentley. The valet takes the Bentley, heads off. The three coterie mates plus Drew and their shadow, and Thomas, Samantha, this very gorgeous woman who stepped out of the driver's seat of the Bentley. And Thomas, you watch Drew kind of shuffle over towards Kay, towards the woman. Like, this isn't like a hit dog kind of thing. She's just like, I'm supposed to be over here.
And Kay just lets out the biggest unnecessary sigh.
Did you give her a handler for tonight?
Virgil, care to introduce us?
Oh, yes. Thomas Pierce, Samantha Nocturne, Hawk Castillo. You know me. This is Kay. Kay, this is the gang.
If you see him before I do, tell him I better receive a fabulous tip.
Okay. And Virgil will kind of shuffle over to Thomas. She's usually Laurent's friend, but I think she's here for Drew tonight.
Oh, that was
Just that very exaggerated stage whisper. So, like, the rest of you can hear exactly what Virgil's saying, but, like, he thinks he's being sneaky.
that's good better. So I guess not you, but
Okay, you know Laurent.
We are cousins.
And he
That's
asked you to
nice.
look after Drew.
That pin she's wearing, you didn't give it to her.
I did not.
I know who did. And it signifies that she is my job tonight, likely so that you can do your job without worrying about it.
I see. She'll be well taken care of then. We'll keep her out of trouble.
I'm sorry, say again?
You'll take care of her and you'll keep her out of trouble.
We've not met.
There is another. Virgil just leans into Thomas. You know, she's in the same line of work you used to be in. Only she gets paid a lot more. You know, a house painter. And he just has that very, very chipper look of like, right? Go with me on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm going to assume
But in
that
answer to your question, yes. And I am very good at what I do.
Very good.
And Samantha pieced together because Laurent is loud through the coterie haven.
Oh, yeah.
Would mentions of Kay come up, at least semi-masked?
You have heard him talking to AK,
Huh.
but this is the first time you're actually getting to place the name to the face.
Specifically that there's someone that he talks to often, or I think it was Wendy Darling that said something along the lines of like, hey,
Wendy had made mention that she was on her way to the city, which did make Laurent very excited.
okay. So then, yeah, she'll just be like, oh, I've heard your name before. Laurent speaks highly of you.
He damn well better pays me enough.
And at this point, Virgil's kind of opened his arms out and is kind of like starting to circle the group towards the door. Like it's very clearly hurting behavior. He's just like, okay, that's all. We're on the sidewalk. Any further, and we may have problems.
Thomas is going to offer his arm to Samantha in a gentlemanly fashion. Appearances, Little Rose.
Internally, Samantha wants to hurl. They can't vomit. She hasn't been able to vomit for years. Thank God. Well, mostly. But she just kind of gives him a contrite smile, and loops her arm in with his, kind of like linking them together. Brilliant idea, Mr. Pierce.
And
Smile
Hawk.
like you're happy to be here.
And Hawk, Virgil would offer you his elbow in turn.
He'll take it.
And the now 6 of you head into the party. Things are just getting started. People are milling about. You see flutes of vitae being passed out. Like, it is effectively cocktail hour. And Virgil will kind of reach down, Hawk, and pat your arm before he slips free and filters into the party. Kay and Drew kind of drift off to another area of the party and look as though they're also posting up, leaving the 3 of you to yourselves.
Is Thomas gonna let go?
He's going to smile. How tall is she?
Oh, she's like 5 foot and some change. I want to say like 4.
Oh, Whittle.
And Thomas is like 6'1", right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I can't say that. So yeah, she's like looking up at him and kind of like wrapping her arm like this, and she's not going to say anything, but she's going to look between the 3 of them, look down at the arm, and if he doesn't make a break to let go, she's going to give Hawk like a sharp stare. Do I need to babysit you and accompany you everywhere?
He just stares at her. Because if we're in a Toreador party, that means everyone has auspex, and that means people have heightened senses. So he just stares at her.
Good. If he doesn't say anything, she'll take that as a no. She's gonna lean in and go. Yes, you found it. Yes, you found it. Moving on. She's gonna lean in and go. Good. Should you need me to come and rescue you from whatever social disaster you find yourself in, get my attention. Or, and she's gonna look down at their interlinked arms. Or Thomas, I guess.
Thomas is just going to smile down at her. Running away already.
Oh,
He's going to
no.
let her go.
Oh, okay. Cool. She didn't have to lie. No, actually, no, dear. I would never think of anything like that. That would just be silly. She's lying.
Thomas is going to look at Hawk. You're welcome to let me know if you need any backup. Any of them become a little too persistent.
He gives a nod. And then he will go to find where the flutes are at.
Oh, the flutes are being passed around. There are white glove waiters that are bringing around what look to be antique silver trays with very delicate fluted glassware filled with vitae.
Cool. Can I bring my hunger down to 1?
Sure. You want to go ahead and give me a dexterity and awareness, please.
At hunger 1 or at hunger 2?
At hunger 2.
Okay.
The difficulty was low. I just wanted to see if you would bump the tray or not. You were able to avoid the tray as you kind of clumsily grab one of nothing so much that's going to cause a problem, but Hawk is clearly nervous. So you'll take one of the flutes and you'll drink it down. And you would recognize this almost immediately by its taste. This is that private reserve stuff that the King's Guard used to keep at the Coterie Haven. This is that good. Funnily enough, no one ever said where it came from, just that it was always delivered in these little old school style flip top bottles.
Cool. Now
But
that
you're back down to hunger 1.
I'm gonna use blood of potency to see if I can myself.
Okay.
Get to potency 3 or 4 to 4.
4.
Yeah. So
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You got it. Let me just double check what I got to roll. I know it's blood sorcery. I just can't remember what the other one was. Resolve and blood sorcery. Cool.
Oh, and of course, when I hover my mouse over it, Adobe's doing a dumb, and when I hover over Blood of Potency, it's giving me the stats for Fleshcrafting.
Same thing.
Usually, if you put them into a different square, it'll, for whatever reason, that second square just insists that it has to be Protean, no matter what character you build on them.
Oh, yeah. I'm also going to Blood Surge.
Okay. No chat. Everyone does not get Fleshcrafting as a treat.
I'm going to see if I can get a crit, because a crit would mean that I get up to Blood Potency 4.
No, a crit would mean you get up to 5, doesn't it? Because you're currently going from 3 to 4.
I'm 2. I'm 2 currently.
Oh, you're 2, so you're going from 2. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going from 2 to 3.
Yeah, 2 to 3 doesn't do anything, but 2 to 4 adds some special stuff, so I want to try and get that.
Yep. Show me what you got.
Nope. Just 5 successes.
No. But, hey, 5 successes is enough to put you at Blood Potency 3.
And I do not get hungrier, so...
Yeah. Good. Good call. So, as you're...
It does give me something, but it doesn't give me everything.
As you're finishing off your vitae and placing the glass back on the tray, you see 2 men over in the corner who are seated facing each other, but like they kind of grabbed chairs from a table and drug them over into the corner, and they're just sitting there intently staring at each other. You can hear them speaking, but not what they're saying at the moment. And we are going to transition over to Samantha and Thomas, because I believe we have established that the 2 of you are going to go do a bit of dancing.
It was a hypothetical dance.
Well, the hypothetical amused the storyteller, so congratulations. Y'all are going to go cut a rug. There is, in the main hall, there is a classical band playing. There are a few individuals scattered about that have paired off and are dancing along, but it is clear that at this point in time, things are a little bit more sedate before the rest of the party arrives, because y'all are not the earliest, but the party is still kind of ramping up.
I feel like most of the Toreador are like fashionably late. The only reason why Samantha isn't is because she's got those 2.
That is certainly a way of looking at it. But Thomas, Samantha, first and foremost, who's leading?
Thomas.
Okay. So, Thomas, you have Samantha's hand in one hand, your hand on her hip. Your height difference means that she has to place her other hand on your chest, not your shoulder. And the 2 of you are, well, I'm not going to make Samantha roll for this, because Samantha is a professional. But Thomas, may I please have, because this is the funniest fucking thing, a dexterity and performance, please. Yes, I am aware of how many dice that is. You can blood surge if you want.
Oh my god. It's that bad?
Thomas has no dots in performance. Okay. I was hoping for at least like one success. Because I was like, what are the odds that you're going to get a total failure on this roll? I should know. Kane is always out to tell a story. Samantha, your sire has been rigorous in your training. You have learned several different styles of dance. Like ballroom dancing, all sorts of various styles of dance. Because it's not just your music, but there's the release parties, there's the galas, there's the anywhere and everywhere that you have to be that is not an on-stage performance. He has made sure that he has armed you with what he can. So you are fairly graceful as you drag Thomas around the dance floor. Is it easy for Samantha to ignore the couple of times that he, like, accidentally stepped on her toes? Maybe. Maybe not. It's not like he's, like, stomping on her toes, but, like, his toes catch yours a few times. It's more of an annoyance than anything that would cause pain.
Okay.
Like, this man just does not know how to dance. He had 2 left feet.
The first time, she would probably just brush it off as an accident. People can be rusty. When's the last time he danced? Probably with whoever it was that broke his heart. Anyways. But I think the second, third, and fourth time, there'll be like the faintest. She's plastered on that perfect PR smile, reaches, up the cheeks, into the eyelids. But there's a pull at her eye as if it was twitching every now and again. And she's gonna lean in closer to Thomas and whisper, "Who taught you how to dance? You need to get your money back."
I haven't had much chances to dance in a while, but I will say that I am far better at the horizontal tango than I am at this twirly bullshit.
Oh, Thomas, buddy.
If this was a Sims, the immediate
Thomas.
negative reputation.
I need you to give me a charisma and etiquette.
He's not trying to be charismatic with that. He is being an ass.
Nope. That's fine. Charisma and etiquette for you. Samantha, composure and resolve, please. While we're adjudicating that,
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Don't. Rat it.
I mean, I'm with Samantha on this one. Like, let that ride. Messy criticals are great. They are so much fun, and I think more people should embrace them. So we are going to get to that in a moment, but we are going to shift our focus back over to Hawk for just a moment while you two are dancing. Hawk, you are confronted by these 2 individuals that they seem to be the only one in this particular room, because it is laid out like a series of various sized halls. This one happens to be set up like a dining hall, and you're not confronted per se, okay. But like this is the scene that greets you is these 2 men just intensely staring at each other, speaking back and forth in turn.
Gotcha. First things first, going to rouse for toughness. He's just being safer than sorry.
Rousing for toughness. Okay, that is a choice.
It's just,
That is a choice. Go ahead, give me that rouse roll.
he's fine.
Okay. Okay.
And then he's also, just because you said there's only like those two guys in this room at the moment.
Uh-huh.
He's also going to activate. Seems about right. He's also yeah, seems about right. He's, of course, a messy critical versus a bestial. Anyway, he's also going to activate heightened senses for hearing, just for right now, to see if he can catch what they're saying. But you handle that first. I'm just here. I'm just here vibing.
Yeah, because recent developments, we have to swap back over to Thomas and Samantha because, oh my God, we have probably a first here at Philly by Night, where we have a contested role that has given one player a messy critical that they have opted to let ride, and the other character, the opposing character, a bestial failure. So I'm going to start with the messy critical because they're a lot more fun. Let's see. Let's see what a good one would be, because I had not...
We weren't prepared for this.
I was unprepared for this. So... yeah, you know what? That'll be a good one. So we are going to say that, Give me one moment while I dig a little bit deeper into this. So we are going to go over to Samantha for the bestial failure. You are, because it is, he was smooth with it. He was really smooth with it. It was gross, but he was smooth with it. And the fact that he was so smooth with it just really set your teeth on edge. Like, there is that inner, like, you've heard men use these lines so many fucking times before. It is tiring, but like, at the same time, this, like, okay, like, this was an angle that not many have taken before. So it was ever so slightly impressive.
She was expecting like an uppercut and he got her right.
Now, since it is a member of your coterie, you will be taking 2 willpower damage instead of 1.
Superficial or oh,
Superficial.
okay. Oh,
And for Thomas, I already know what I'm going to give you. Just I can't think of the let's see. We've got okay.
it's ridiculous.
You will be experiencing, until satisfied or the end of the night, the harm compulsion, but not physical harm. You were so smooth with it. And Samantha seems to be recoiling in her skin. And that felt good. And, after all, had the Clan of the Roses actually stepped up a little bit, maybe your Rose would still be in the city. So you have the overwhelming desire to inflict social harm on a Toreador this evening.
I mean, that's typical of him to want.
You will be suffering a -2 dice penalty until you do, however. So, since you have technically already socially wounded Samantha, she is not going to count for this compulsion. With that settled, we are going to flip quick back to Hawk, because I have been working on this all day long.
Oh boy.
As you activate your heightened senses, and you kind of try to tune in to what they are saying, they are asking each other, they are asking questions back and forth. And they are not questions that make any kind of sense outside of the context that they are just questions. What is your name at home? What is home? So you're called something different there. Called something different where? In your home. Statement. One love.
Yep.
And then it continues again. The questions back and forth.
Cool. He'll drop the heightened senses. God. His he doesn't want to approach. He really doesn't want to approach. He'll set down the drink.
Oh, you already set that down. Like, you drank it and set it back on the tray. Like, it's
Okay.
that person has long left the room.
Cool. So there's not even any support from the help, from not help, but like from the.
No, from the help. They're the help. That is what they are.
Yeah, he doesn't like to call him that.
I mean, technically, they're the kind.
Yeah, that's.
They
right.
are. You do know what kind means, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. As long as you're aware.
After a few moments, he'll just pull down at his sleeves again to make sure that his wrists and his arms are covered, and then he'll walk over.
You'll walk over to the men?
Yes.
Statement. One love. Anyway. So you walk over to the men.
Yes.
And one of the men looks up. Fancy a game of questions?
He gives a moment before he gives an easy smile and goes, "Well, what are the rules?"
And the third man now in the trio, the other man, opens his mouth to speak, stammers for a moment, and the other individual claps hesitation, and he'll kind of pivot to you and gesture as though you've won a point. It is at this moment because you are still fairly close to the front door of this establishment. It is at this moment that the door flings open.
No,
And
I just got comfortable.
Relax. Settle your spurs there, Lash LaRue. Everyone's having a good time. You don't know what's going to come through that door.
Okay, sure. Play your flute.
Yeah, I can think of a flute Hawk wants to play. Foo, 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 foo. Through the door walks two women.
Oh, okay.
One of them absolutely gorgeous, bordering angelic. Even if girls aren't your thing, you can still look at this woman and go, yeah, she's really attractive.
I can appreciate aesthetics.
You can appreciate aesthetics. The other woman is likewise gorgeous, but more so. The angles, there is perfect symmetry. The angles are perfect. The face is sculpted, snatched to the fucking gods, nay, given by the gods, because this is no mere trick of makeup. This is perfection made flesh. You could not think of a single man who desires a woman that would not desire her. If you're a gay boy, I can appreciate aesthetics. Like, goddamn, whoever your doctor is, pay them more because you are fucking perfect. The correct, just everything is aesthetically pleasing about this individual. Their silhouette, the way they move, the way they effortlessly laugh with the Hispanic woman on their arm. Like, it is like watching two goddesses enter a room. And you hear the perfect woman go, "Oh, Mimi, dear, it's so good to have you in town. Are you going to be doing your famous little dance later?" And the other woman laughs and plants a kiss on the perfect woman's cheek, only if you ask nicely, before she releases herself from the perfect woman and flitters off into the crowd.
Cool.
So, Hawk,
Yeah.
I see you say you can see a Laurent sculpture when he sees one.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that
So-
symmetry and stuff, it's either Laurent. It's either one of Laurent's sculptures, or Laurent's going to be incredibly excited when he sees her.
So, do you want to look into that?
What would be the pool?
So, that would be... It would be an intelligence... let's see. What's your size? Yeah, it would be an intelligence and... Either an intelligence in medicine or a wits and investigation.
Wits and investigation actually would be higher.
Roll that
So
beautiful bean footage.
Sure, and I'll blood surge.
Okay. Okay. Not bad.
Nope.
So, one thing that is immediately clear is you do not see the telltale signs of like plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
What you do see is that, for all intents and purposes, this woman looks like she was spat out of the ether. Perfect. It's verging on uncanny valley. Perfect.
Yeah.
Her skin is smooth.
Yeah, that's what's tipping him off of like, this is, it's too symmetrical, it's too smooth, like a Laurent sculpture. Like that's what's tipping him off.
Yeah, like a Laurent sculpture. It is. But yeah. So,
Well,
are you going to
we're
stay
the-
engaged with? Yeah, if you're going to stay engaged with the two men, or engage with the woman, or a bit of both.
I mean, we just started the game. It would be rude to disappear.
Maybe.
So he'll say, who were those two lovely women that just walked in?
One man pipes up. Oh, well, that was Mimi and shit. And the other man just kind of spins and just looks at him like, oh. And this game continues as the perfect woman begins to walk towards you. You gonna just be silent?
He'll take a step to the side and...
No, she is walking towards you.
Yeah. Like
she's not walking in your direction. She is walking to you. So even if you step to the side, you're going to see her alter course.
Oh, so like, if he like steps off, like she won't take a spot that's opened up. She'll like...
She is walking up as though she wishes to engage with you in conversation, yes.
Okay.
So we're going to pause there.
Okay.
Because I like pausing there. And we're going to move over to our two besties. So
Die in this house.
bestie one, Samantha. You are trying so hard not to vomit. But like also like, who the fuck does this guy think he is?
He is just as slimy as she suspected him to be. Worse, actually. And I feel like her PR face would just drop as she's like trying to count the squares on the floor, trying not to puke.
All these squares make a circle. Thomas, why don't you give me a wits and insight, please?
With native 2 days penalty.
With the 2 dice. Yep.
I go. That one.
It's like one of those cats. Here's a sound they don't like and just...
It's like that one TikTok content creator that anytime their partner makes a gagging sound, they immediately start retching.
Yeah,
okay.
not so good.
All right, yeah. Congratulations, Samantha. You still managed to squeak that one past Thomas. You may think that your PR face dropped, but last I checked, one is still bigger than none.
True. To the
So-
Toreador, they probably could have clocked it, but
Oh, absolutely. So he does still look plenty pleased with himself because you did absolutely shut up when he said that.
I don't think she just shut up. I feel like she would have, like, for a moment, could feel a shudder. It's like it just rippled through her body. Like, it was visceral. She wanted to break away.
You may very well have. That does not register to Thomas. Thomas got a total failure on his insight roll. So there is effectively the light is on, the stove is burning, no one is at home.
So yeah, you know what? He absolutely won that one. She is not going to say anything to him. She's gonna try her best. She's gonna kind of push on his chest just a little bit so that there's more distance between them.
Okay.
And she is going to try to finish the dance so she can break away without being rude. Like, you don't leave someone on the dance floor.
It is about that time that the song does begin to come to its end, so you two are able to break away. Now, we're going to start with Thomas. As the song ends and you break away, what is it that you would like to do now? Would you like to go mingle into the crowd? Because there is now starting to be more bodies that come into the room.
Yeah, Thomas is really just gonna drop her hand when the song is over and step away. Like, that wasn't nothing. And he's just gonna kind of give her a little smile and go, you make friends with your cousins.
Samantha, you have been dismissed. Like, that is clear. This venture was just go, all right, you go run along and play with your friends.
It is not wise to be vitriolic to your coterie mate in public.
Okay.
Do you think I'm being...
Oh no, she didn't say that. She is staring at
okay.
him with, like, the burning hatred of 1,000 suns. Like, ooh, we could get horizontal real quick.
You want to get graphic, boo? We can go the scenic route.
Basically. But she's just going to dust her dress off and, like, make a big display of wiping her hands, like as if she's clearing slime off of them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma and etiquette versus Thomas's composure and resolve. That's right, baby. We're doing social combat all night.
Y'all, we have a job.
Sometimes it's about making a statement.
Sometimes it's about making a statement.
And it absolutely has everything to do with the principle. Because how dare he dismiss her?
Thomas, you just gonna leave it there? You're good with that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is definitely a success. No bestials. So, like, let's see what Samantha gets. These are the nights that I live for. When half the coterie is just like, we're going to social combat each other.
2
Everyone was
successes.
worried about me.
Okay. So you did beat it. That is a social combat success, which means, Thomas, you will also be taking 2 superficial willpower damage. Because it is a social combat wound that was inflicted on you by your coterie mate in public.
Mm.
So, Samantha, you've literally wiped your hands clean of this man. He has dismissed you. It is about that time that a rather beautiful Hispanic woman just comes flouncing into the room. She's kind of flitting from person to person, cheek kisses, the whole 9 yards. But go ahead and give me a wits and awareness, please.
Both of us?
Yeah, you know what? Both of you. Yes, because I want to see if Thomas sees this too. Okay.
Thomas is no longer paying attention to Samantha. Paying attention to everything else.
Okay.
I'd go crayfish fishing, but I don't have the willpower. I wonder how that happened.
Who's to say? Who can be sure? I mean, you've got some willpower, but yeah. Anyway, so we're going to start with Thomas. Thomas, this woman that comes in, she is gorgeous. She's definitely got that very Rosario Dawson, early aughts kind of look to her. She is lithe, nimble, the way she moves, the way she kind of floats through the crowd. It's not hard to see why people fall so hard for roses. And you do kind of feel that little kind of twitch somewhere deep down in that dead, rotten chest of yours. Because for a brief moment, the way the light just kind of kisses off of her cheek, and you see that, like, small smear of freckles, your brain goes somewhere else. For just a moment. And with that, we will move over to Samantha. Because Samantha notices something very different about this woman. Yes, she is beautiful. Yes, the way she moves is graceful and nimble. But you'd know a stripper when you saw one.
Hold on. Thomas has been to enough clubs.
Thomas has been to enough clubs, but this is not your Spanky's West. This is not your treasure chest. This is your, I get paid thousands of dollars a night to shake my ass for the wealthy and powerful. I get flown to Miami, Cancun, wherever the fuck I want. This is high-end stripper.
Hey.
Right. Like you would, from being out in LA, Samantha, you would recognize the type immediately. Nails are immaculate. Like everything about her is expensive and well done. But the way she moves, she is a woman who is accustomed to the pole. At that, we are going to pivot back over to Hawk. Because Hawk, the woman, the perfect woman, steps up in front of you. And with this very breathy, smoky voice that is just tinged on the edges with the slightest French accent. Have you ever played Questions before?
I can't say that.
Statement.
You.
And she kind of holds her hand up to the two men. And one hand up to the two men, just kind of like, okay, hang on for a second. And holds her hand out and introduces herself as Geneviève.
I am looking at the NPCs so that way I can have faces to names.
Yep. You are currently sitting with Jacob, Alexander, and Geneviève is addressing you.
That's
just so you have faces to work with.
Cool.
But for those watching at home, the face claim for Geneviève is Ava Green.
Will you be joining us, or?
Is that an invitation?
Shall I pull up a chair?
Do I look like a woman who needs to sit? And this continues on for some time before one of the men stands up and finally goes, well, I'm bored. And he looks down and he says, shall we away to the beverage station? And the other man stands up and says, yes, I think we will. And they just abruptly stand up and together move out of the room,
Yep.
leaving you with the pretty lady.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Monroe.
Moe, your French is shit.
Must say I come from the other European,
I am aware English, but I won't hold that against you.
I do appreciate it, as I will not hold French against you.
Okay. All right. All right, Hawk, okay. Okay, Hawk, all right. Go ahead and give me a charisma and etiquette roll, please.
Why do you hate me?
I didn't make you say shit to that woman. You said it on your own.
I'm gonna blood surge.
Please do.
Yeah. You told me not to be myself, so he's being not himself.
A douche?
No! He said she won't hold it against him, so he's just playing with her.
Let's see how well he's playing with her.
Okay.
Is my... Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll those failures. Because
Okay.
unlike some people who are playing loose and fast with their willpower against coterie members, I did not. Only 4.
Okay. So that is 4 versus 6 with a crit.
Yeah.
And she just looks over at you and leans in. And she looks at you with those perfect storm gray eyes. If I were you, Monsieur Castillo, I would be wiser. And she just tiptoes up, gives him a kiss on the cheek, and filters into the party.
Oh, so Hawk's now alone?
Hawk is now alone.
Thank fuck. Okay. Second, he's finally alone. It's like air has been let out of a balloon as he like just full on slouches and just like. Ugh.
You are going to take a point of willpower damage. Superficial.
That's fine. So I just can't use willpower. Well, I can. I just can only do it once. Okay, so. Cool.
Here is a good time for a quick check-in. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Wonderful. We love it. We love to see it. Good use of studio chat. So yeah, he's letting out a big old huff of air.
Yeah, because he didn't introduce himself, so that's like, red flag. Why the fuck does she know his name?
Maybe you'll have to find out. Look, a tantalizing mystery that I've dangled in front of you.
And you know I'm knowledge hungry.
Sure are. It's almost like season 3 should be subtitled "The Education of Hawk Castillo."
After he takes a moment and does a group huddle with himself, he'll straighten himself back up again, put back on that easy smile, and he will head into the main room where it seems everyone is.
Okay. As you head in, you see that the crowd of the night is mostly assembled.
Okay.
There are folks that are dancing. There are folks that are off to the side chatting with flutes of vitae. You do see your coterie mates kind of moving through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Because we will get to the rest of them in a moment. So, what is Hawk doing? Is Hawk going to find Samantha? Is Hawk going to find the pretty woman? Is Hawk going to go find Genevieve? What is Hawk going to find Thomas and be like a scared little duckling following behind Thomas? Because we've had other coterie mates in the past do that with Thomas.
Mimi is still over there with Samantha and Thomas, correct?
I mean, she's kind of moving through the crowd, but they are in the relatively same orbit.
Okay. Okay, so there's Genevieve. I'm just trying to see. Is there an Anton or Roger in the crowd?
You can, in fact, see a young gentleman in a black leather jacket seated off to the side of the proceedings. He has a guitar case next to him, and he's furiously scribbling into a notepad. Like one of those big yellow legal pads.
Perfect. A man who's writing. Knowledge. He'll walk over and just... Is the seat taken?
The man barely looks up Like his pencil stops moving for a moment, and he just kind of glances up and looks at you like, it's very much a look of like, the fuck do you mean is this seat taken? Like, he's like, sit if you want to, I guess. And he goes back to writing.
I apologize. I don't mean to interrupt your musings. I just saw a guitar case, and so I thought I might come over and maybe inquire about what I can only assume composition you might be writing.
You do hear him, as you kind of look over at him and look at the pad, you see he's writing music.
Yeah.
He's not writing words. He's making notes on the pad. And he pauses, and he'll tap each note and hum it out. And why don't you give me... We're going to call it an intelligence and academics.
Oh, thank God. Cool. I'm going to guess Greek mythology and research don't apply here.
They do not.
I didn't think so. Okay.
But hey, you're getting 6 dice.
Yeah, I'm getting a good dice pool for fucking once. Five successes.
You'd know Musetta's Waltz anywhere. Like, it's a fairly well-known song.
Yeah.
And you'll hear him. And, like, he seems happy with this.
A fan of the classics, I take it.
And he just kind of stops. And now he's more analytical as he goes through each of the notes. Shit, I did it again. And he flips the pencil around and just erases the entire line of notes before drawing out the scale and beginning again.
Well, I mean, if you were to take it down maybe a third, put it in a minor key.
He just kind of looks up at you from under his brows. And go ahead and give me a charisma and etiquette.
I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm trying to...
I know.
find it.
I know.
I'm a blood rouse again.
Okay. Sometimes we don't intend to insult people, but do. Okay.
4 successes.
Four successes is good. You draw a momentary scowl before he just kind of relents. And he goes, it's a thing. The last 6 songs I wrote have started out as Musetta's Waltz, and I don't ever hear the end of it. Especially from that one. And he gestures towards Mimi.
Oh, is she a fellow musician?
No. She's my ex.
Ah.
And with that, we are going to pan over to Samantha. So, Samantha, you got your lick back on your coterie mate.
I did.
You did, and you did it well. So, now that you've scored your point, you've made your point. Like, hey, tone.
Tone. Without using words, too. Even better.
All without using words. What is there anyone that Samantha is going to set her sights on? So you would see in this room, just to set the scene a little bit more for you. Hawk has gone over to talk to a broody young man in a leather jacket. There is the gorgeous, gorgeous Hispanic woman that is kind of mingling throughout the crowd. There is two men who have once again broken off from the main group and are sitting in chairs facing each other, just very intense back and forth. There is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous woman, just perfection, dancing with kind of he's cleaned up, but like he does look the rough and tumble sort. Blonde beard, shock of blonde hair on the top of his head. Kind of very Alexander Skarsgård type. But he is in a very well done tuxedo, dancing with the Ava Green type.
Okay, they're currently dancing. It doesn't sound like the face that she has in her mind is found in this crowd. So she is going to first see if she can flag down a drink. She was gonna make Thomas do it, but yeah, that was bad. She would have just thrown it.
It is no difficult task to make your way to the edge of the crowd. There are waiters circling the room, and inevitably it is not long before one of them offers out the silver tray with the flutes of vitae.
Yeah, she'll gingerly pick one of the flutes off of the silver platter and just offer a quiet thanks.
And that will slake you back down to hunger 1.
Thank God. Just in case.
But as you are enjoying your beverage, there seems to be a muttering that rises up from the crowd around you. As a very elegant woman comes walking in, clad head to toe in what looks to be a designer red gown. That face you are familiar with.
Perfect. Is heightened senses required to hear what some of the chittering is about?
It would be difficult to pick out any one thing because there are, like, it is a group of people that are just like, so like, if you wanted to pick somebody and use your heightened senses, you could. But, like, it is a low-level group muttering, so it would be difficult to pick out any one thing.
Whoever she is, she draws attention from a lot of people, which means somebody else that she chooses will likely know who she is. Probably easier to fish information out instead of just walking in. Who to choose? So there's that couple dancing off limits. She's probably going to go with the two men.
Okay, the two men. So as you are walking up to the two men, we are going to check in with Thomas. Thomas, Samantha just got done wiping her hands, like noticeably as though she had some sort of schmutz on them after having disengaged with you. And that, not gonna lie, that was pretty fucking rude. It does wound your pride a little bit. But you're able to recover reasonably well. After all, you are a king. She is a rose. You are not the same. And as you are composing yourself, you would also hear the stirrings of the group around you as this this well-dressed woman walks in. You, however, a little bit closer to a couple of people that are talking. And you would hear, just on the edge of your hearing, I can't believe she would show up tonight. I mean, she's family, but she's not family. There is clearly some sense of social stigma. There is something that the Toreador here in this room would rather distance themselves from this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Not completely. She's not shunned, but like there are people who are clearly expressing that like cannot be me. Cannot be me. And you see your coterie mate has gone off to grab themselves a flute of vitae. One of your other coterie mates seems to be talking to a brooding young man in a black leather jacket, which, for him, typical.
We're supposed to do a job, and I get bullied because I'm doing a job, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I can't do nothing.
You can do lots of stuff. But, Thomas, is there any direction that you want to go in? You see the attractive Hispanic woman, the perfect woman, and the rugged blonde gentleman are currently engaged in a dance. There's the two weirdos in the corner that are just kind of, because you walked past them when you came in, but you like walked right past them. But they are now posted up in a corner of this main hall, sitting face to face, very intense. And what are the other faces that I had? I just want to make sure that I have them all in the right spot. Just in case. Yeah. So you see Drew and the woman you now know as Kay are kind of off in the corner chatting with each other. Well, Drew is chatting at Kay, and Kay is just allowing it to happen. We've got like 35, 40 minutes left. Like, we're going to wrap this up. But, anywho. So, where is Thomas going to go?
Thomas is probably going to drift in the direction of the lady in the red dress.
The lady in the red dress.
Yeah, not exactly
Okay.
making a beeline towards her, but just kind of, drift, kind of meandering through the crowd until he's within her orbit.
Okay. Samantha, you do see Thomas beginning to kind of drift over to the woman that you were told is named Vidya. But she goes by the mononym V.
Samantha, there's a prick of irritation that is just lined on her brows as she looks over at the two, because yeah, that was Samantha's target. The exaggerated swagger of a young Ventru cannot be underestimated.
I mean, for all you know, he could be older than you. Like,
True, you're right.
there are definitely old Ventru that have that same swagger.
The exaggerated swagger of a Ventru cannot be underestimated, apparently. And she's she's going to continue along her conversation, and she is just, if she can catch eyes with Thomas, she is going to narrow him just slightly as a warning of, do not fuck this up, you slimy ragdoll.
Um,
Thomas would not be paying a lick of attention to her.
okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So we're going to move back to Hawk. The two of you have been discussing, well, he's been discussing music theory kind of at you as he's trying to write this song. He makes the comment, I just figured, change of scenery might help, and I was not expecting this much baggage.
Yes. Well, I can guarantee you that Philadelphia is large enough that you should be able to at least avoid baggage when need be.
And he just kind of shakes his head, and he's like, I'm sorry, sometimes and he just kind of juts his hand out. Roger.
Pleasure to meet you. He takes it. Hawk.
And it is a very firm American-style handshake. There is no lingering touch. He's just like, okay, I've done that now.
Yeah.
The socialness is out of the way. I can get back to my music.
Yeah. Hawk is aware that there are two different types of Toreador. At least two different types of main Toreador. There's the ones that are very social, and then there's the ones who are very obsessed. And he has met the one that is very obsessed.
You have met the one that is very obsessed.
Yes. And after their shaking, well, I mean, I do hope that you do enjoy your change of scenery, as it were. The Philadelphia does have a lot to offer, and there is a lot of incredibly musical locations throughout the city. So I think you'll be able to fit right in.
He kind of gives a nod. Thankfully, my band was able to get out of Lehigh Valley, so we're all probably going to be performing here a little bit more regularly.
Oh, that would be good. Just let me know the next time you perform. I'll do my best to make it.
And he just gives you this very polite, easy smile. He's just like, yeah. So,
Well, yes, yeah.
is there any further that is there any topic that you'd further like to press on with this young man? Because you seem to kind of like, he's not being too particularly guarded with you. He's flighty, sure, but not particularly guarded. Are you going to attempt to press the advantage?
Yeah. Now, of course, I don't mean to keep you from your music for too long, but I do just have just two quick questions. I did overhear that there were some murmurings when an individual walked into the room. Do you know anything about her?
Yeah, that's V. She's a real piece of work.
Oh, how so?
So, you know how in every ecosystem there's the haves and the have-nots?
Oh, I'm very aware of those, yes.
Well, when Fairchild was still in charge, she was one of the haves.
How was she?
The rest of us, we're the have-nots.
Gotcha. She was in the in crowd. Was she caught or just in?
Oh no, she was in. She was one of his muses. Like the man ever created a goddamn thing in his own life.
Decided to put a title on it. Interesting. Any suspect?
Sure,
Yeah.
in the same way that somebody might say this is my fleet of cars. Just because you drive it around once in a while doesn't mean you're exclusive.
He gives an easy, chuckle at that. Do you have any idea why she might even be here?
Well, yeah, she's not stupid. She heard that Philadelphia was letting people in. Better to hide out here than get ripped apart by the rest of us that were there. Most of us are here because we left while Fairchild was still around. Now that he's... There's,
Gotcha. Just a bunch of relocation, I suppose.
survival, mostly. And with that...
Yes, sorry.
We're going to pivot back over to Thomas, because Thomas, you are shoulder to shoulder with Vidya. So much so that she brushes the arm of your jacket, turns, gives you a very polite smile. I'm so sorry about that. How clumsy of me.
No problem. You enjoying your night?
I wasn't expecting this gathering to be so provincial. And she holds out her hand. Vidya.
Thomas will take her hand and bend and lightly kiss her knuckles. Thomas.
Okay. I see you, Tommy P. So what I would like you to do is give for me a charisma and etiquette, add your specialty. Unless you're trying to be like smooth and suave, then we might swap it up. Are you being polite, or are you trying to hit her with the "how you doing"?
He's being polite.
Okay. Yep. Then, yeah, charisma and etiquette with your specialty. That is not your charisma and etiquette plus your specialty.
With 2 dice penalty.
Oh, that's right. With the 2 dice penalty. Yeah. Shit. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see V. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, no. 2 success beats it. She is well proper impressed. As she just kind of gives this bright little chuckle. Oh, finally someone with manners in class. The last city I was in was... And she just kind of runs her hands down the front of her. Very similar to what Samantha did after she disengaged from you. Like she's trying to wipe filth off of her body. I see a few of them managed to filter here. She just kind of gestures to a few of the folks around the room.
They not worth keeping around, in your opinion?
You have to understand, there is polite society, and then there's the rabble. And she kind of looks you over.
Are you the rabble?
And she looks you over and just kind of smiles. I would expect someone of your line to understand that. And it's not hard to tell, Thomas. She's clocked you for not just a blue blood, but a Mithraean. Because she did not say clan, she did not say family. She specifically pointed out your line.
Suppose you're right in some fashion.
And she just places a hand delicately against your chest. Oh, pretty boy, you'll find I am almost always right. Dance?
I'm afraid I am.
That wasn't a question. And she just has this very polite smile on her face. You do have that harm compulsion, buddy. Just saying. Just saying.
Do it.
Unfortunately, I've had my fill of dancing with your family tonight.
Okay. Go ahead. And we are going to, once again, we are going to call this a charisma and etiquette. You can add your specialty. You know what? No. Don't even bother.
Don't even bother.
You're gonna beat 0 successes.
Okay.
She looks wounded. Like you might as well have called her a slur. And she just kind of makes this sour face before she turns and moves off to the periphery of the crowd. And that is where we are going to get to Samantha. Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't see any of this go down because your back is turned as you're walking over to the two men.
Mm-hmm.
And when you arrive at the two men, they are not asking questions back and forth. They are kind of pontificating. One man is asking the other man about something about living life in a box. And it is... the back and forth is interesting.
Is it really, or does it just sound like absolute nonsense?
Have you ever considered yourself?
Have you ever considered yourself in a box?
Not alive in a box, mind you.
One would suppose that it feels like sleeping, but it's not, because you're dead.
How much of
Only
this-
you don't know that you're dead. Because you're dead. It is deep and vapid at the same time.
Okay, you know what? Sure, it can't be as crass and vulgar as Thomas, so she can entertain it a little bit. But yeah, she'll slowly approach them, and I would think of a quiet, a quiet clear of her throat.
And they both almost simultaneously look up, and in unison, hello. And one man says, he's Jacob. And the man that was indicated as Jacob says, and I'm Alexander.
Are you guys twins or are you guys prophets?
They both just kind of look at each other. Travelers, says the one.
So I take it you stopped in this city of brotherly love for a one-night party?
Oh no, the man who has been indicated as Jacob says. We're from down south, the Lehigh Valley. Most of us are.
All of you? And she'll scan around the crowd.
Most of these Toreador you have not seen around the Clan Haven.
Right. It's more of she's gonna really follow that up with all of you guys. So are you guys like a group?
There are some others, a few lepers maybe, some madmen, and they both kind of look at each other and chuckle. Just us roses here.
She'll follow suit with the laugh, even if it doesn't mean a damn bit of it. And is there a seat next to them?
There's chairs all over the place. Yeah, it wouldn't be difficult for you to grab a chair and sit down with them.
Okay, so then she's going to cross at her ankles and sit down next to them. You'll have to excuse me. I'm a little new to the area myself. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Samantha Nocturne.
And they will both introduce themselves in turn as Jacob and Alexander. You now know which is which.
Okay.
Jacob apologizes. Alexander follows it up with just having a bit of fun with the names.
I can see the humor.
But
Spoiler chat, she does not.
No.
so these two men go on to say that they are in fact refugees from the Lehigh Valley. Once Fairchild was no longer in the picture, you find out that the city erupted into chaos. Because it is technically not the Lehigh Valley is not a single city. It is a collection of small towns that verge on the size of a smaller city.
Right.
If you lump them all together. And in fact, you can go from one town to the next and kind of lose track of which town you're in. So that is why it is more referred to as a region. But they go on to tell you that, like, yeah, Fairchild, he got killed, and we all just kind of said, well, now is the time, and just left. They were already, most of them were not well looked upon by the establishment anyway. And the other chimes in that, yeah, which is bullshit considering the prince was a poser.
Oh. Is that so? How so?
Samantha, you would be aware of the specific Toreador lingo of artistes and posers.
Okay.
Artists create. Posers do not.
Okay. I see. And yeah, she's gonna still like hold her chest like that.
Which is not always well looked upon within Clan Toreador.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, and they point a couple people out in the crowd as having traveled there with them. For example, they point out Mimi. They, oh, that's Miriam, Mimi, and that's Roger, V, and they go down the list of pointing out, and then they finally get to another one, and they go, and that massive slab of man meat is Anton.
Let me double check because I need to see associate names to faces. Ah, is he wearing old denim?
No, he's in a tuxedo.
Okay, I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, everyone is dressed appropriately for the event.
Okay. Huh. It seems like a lot of you guys look like you could do very well for yourselves. I'm surprised you didn't stay in the Lehigh Valley and, I don't know, make it better?
Who wants to stay in an active war zone? Yeah, that's sure death.
That's true. Well, in that case, hopefully you can find a lovely home here. There aren't very many of us cousins, but slowly but surely.
And they both smile at you and kind of give a nod before they kind of begin to drift back to one of the men looks at the other and just kind of says, "What's the first thing you ever remember?" And they just kind of, they get lost into a conversation with each other. They have just kind of cool, awesome, and then just drifted back out of the conversation with you and back into the conversation between each other.
Oh my god, they're useless and so self-absorbed. Samantha's kind of glad to leave the conversation and just scanning around. They did hesitate when they got to Vidya. And so she's gonna kind of look over at her.
You are looking over at her just as Thomas has walked away from her. And as she kind of turns, you know a woman fixing her face when you see one.
Oh.
It was brief. Does not look like anybody else around her really noticed. But you are keyed into very specific things. You have had some very specific experiences. And this is something that is, you've made that expression a time or two. Mm-hmm. You made that expression earlier this evening with Thomas. And it is not difficult to kind of put two and two together because they were in proximity and now they are moving away. That Thomas probably said something to her. That is a fair assumption that one could make. But you don't have anything, solid to be oh, well, that's Thomas's doing.
He did say something absurd to her. So that's not hard. Is there enough time for her for Samantha to quietly saunter over?
We've got 15 minutes, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Samantha is going to kind of slowly make her way through the crowd, not making a beeline for her because sometimes you need a second to just kind of put that back on. But when she does, she's not going to immediately confront her head on, but she's actually going to come to the side. Is she by a wall or
she's over by a wall. She's kind of moved away from the rest of the group and she's standing over by one of the tables near the wall.
If Vesper can, she's going to kind of move off to the side and come and lean against the wall. Looks can be very deceiving. He looks like a gentleman, but he can be a real piece of work sometimes.
She kind of looks over at you, trying to be very nonchalant. You watch as her eyes go up and down, taking you in, not in a any kind of specific way other than an appraisal. Like, oh, this person is talking to me. Are they worth my time? And she looks you up and down before she huffs. He's a typical man.
Vesper is gonna hold her hand over her mouth and try to stifle a chuckle. Don't I know it?
And she just kind of waves her hand. She's like, he's a Ventru. We don't need to hide our disdain for them.
And don't be a... She had her PR, smile on, but it'll kind of stretch a little further, a little more genuine. She's gonna hold her hands out. Samantha.
Vidya.
Bitch. I'm a bitch with a back.
But, and she'll kind of very gently shake your hand before pulling back. And she kind of turns, so now her back is towards the wall, but like next to you. Mm-hmm. Kind of getting into Stitch and Bitch mode and just being like, I suppose this is the new normal now. We just let anyone into a city.
Anyone into the city. I think quite highly of myself. I'd like to think highly of you too.
Oh, not you. You're fine. There's clearly money in the threads you wear, and the hair is just gorgeous. And the makeup. How long did your team take?
Oh, it wasn't my team. This was me.
Oh. And she just kind of, her attention filters back out to the room. Some roses are not worthy to be kept in the garden. You, me, we can win prizes. The rest is just so much scrub.
I would like to think that not only do we win prizes, but we are the prize ourselves. But I couldn't agree more. Sometimes you have to trim away the shrub.
Go ahead and give me a wits and insight.
Okay.
And then we'll try to squeeze in, we'll have a few more interactions with Vidya. And then we can see about the mysterious French woman.
May I blood surge?
You may. You can almost always blood surge.
I'm using willpower.
Okay.
4 successes.
At the mention of we are prizes, it's another small slip. It's that briefest of shudders. Like you said something that resonated in the wrong way with her. And she just looks over at you. And you can tell that she's finding it. She's finding it.
It take you that long?
It does. It does. And she takes a small but unnecessary breath. I am not a prize. I am a queen. Before she turns her gaze back to the crowd. And with that, we are going to transition over to what is likely going to be the last character interaction of the night before I wrap everything up. Hawk.
Hello.
Genevieve and the massive slab of blonde man meat that she has been dancing with have disengaged. And she is now filtering through the crowd.
Yeah, he politely excuses himself from Roger. It's like, well, I do not mean to keep you from your work.
And he just, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll take off, and he will start heading towards Genevieve.
Okay. She sees you approach and kind of turns towards you and gives you a smile. She does not say anything, though.
Well, now that there have been some merriment and some what is it, socialization, I just thought I might properly introduce myself. Though it does seem you might already know who I might be.
And she gives that same polite, steady smile. Oh, you're well known in the city of Philadelphia, Mr. Castillo. You are one of the former prince's chosen, yes?
Yes, I was a part of his former coterie.
Ah, such an illustrious career as a King's Guard. It is a shame to have been disbanded the way you were.
Well, everyone has their own passion projects they must attend to.
Ah, and what do you know about passion, sweetling?
What the fuck is this? Quite a bold assumption to make, being that I do not believe I have the faintest idea of who you might be.
She just kind of waves her hand. One of Monsieur d'Albert's cousins from, how you say, across the pond?
Is that so? Just a cousin?
And she just smiles. Do you want to insight check her?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm a buzz surge.
Okay.
It would be wits and insight.
It would be wits and insight. Jesus Christ.
That's why I'm blood surging.
Okay.
That's why I said, should I hoard or not before session? And you were like, it's fine. Now, before I do this, do I get any extra dots for searching for knowledge that may be taboo?
Searching for knowledge that may be tabooed? No, I don't think so.
Cool. And a blood cult.
No.
Okay. Ingenue's not going to help here.
No.
knowledge hungry doesn't give me anything. All right.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so wits. So, okay. And this is why I raise my blood potency. I'm using a willpower because that's bullshit.
That is going to be your last willpower of the night, yes?
That I can use. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I still have a willpower, but this is the last one I can use and get back up to full.
Okay. Hey!
5 successes. Crit. Please tell me that's enough. I'm begging.
It is, in fact, enough.
Thank God.
She's lying. She's lying about being Laurent's cousin from across the pond.
This is such a weird thing that I have to ask. But I feel like this would be something that Hawk, based on the information he has in front of him, is this fucking Laurent? Is this Laurent? Would 5 successes get me, is this Laurent?
No, it would not.
Fuck! Okay.
You know for a fact, bitch lying. Like, she is not telling the truth about who she is.
Okay. I'm a push.
Okay.
Trying to see what he would do. I must say that there are striking similarities to the two of you that might put just cousins into question.
Are you trying to be polite, insightful, or academic?
Academic, because at this point, if she knows who he is, then what's the point in pretending to be something he's not? You know?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence and insight.
Okay. And I'm gonna blood surge because I haven't, every time I've blood surge, I haven't gotten my hunger up. And I'm still at hunger 1, so I feel safe to do that.
Just for that.
Yeah, just for that, I'm gonna. We all know. Would research add here?
No.
Okay. Okay, that's exactly the opposite of what we told you to do. Who was hurting themselves with the other coterie member for the first half of this session? You don't get to say
about
nothing.
me.
this isn't about me. This is about you.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I'm using my last willpower. I'll use my last willpower because that's
okay. You will not get back up to full willpower for your next session, but
that's fine. This is something I really, really want.
I really, really want it. 4 successes. You push. You poke around the edges. And then that woman just turns around and she's just like, what an odd little man you are.
I get that.
And proceeds to For your edification, Hawk does not realize this, but because I think it's funny, she proceeds to gaslight the ever-loving shit out of you. To the point where you're like, you know what? Maybe the gaslights have been, maybe the gaslights haven't been dimmed. Maybe there are 5 lights.
And my hunger still hasn't changed, but I don't care. I'll go into frenzy if it means getting extra successes. I swear to God.
Your hunger hasn't changed, but like now you're questioning yourself, like, well, is she lying? Like, I'm gonna have to talk to Virgil about this.
I mean, can I offer? I go up to hunger 3 in exchange for 2 successes.
I will do you one better. You have been having a terrible time tonight.
He's been doing his best.
And his best was just bad. And now this woman is just, she's being so mean to you.
God damn it. I don't...
Like, it hurts, but I kind of like it.
Okay.
So, I will give you your 2 successes, but you will owe me a frenzy test.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
I do get an extra die because of my 3rd dot in Order of Repentant. I will have to, do something later, but that's a later problem for Hawk that he can deal with later.
You do get an extra die, so it is your remaining willpower plus your 1/3 of your humanity rounded down, and your extra die.
Okay, so that is remaining willpower 0, 1/3 of humanity rounded down,
And you're at 5.
yeah, so 2,
So no,
1.
yes.
Okay,
So
plus 1 extra die.
plus one extra die for your Order of the Repentant.
Would that...
That's so that's 2 dice.
And what's the to beat? Is it a 4?
You need 2 successes.
I need 2 successes.
I mean, actually, no, technically you do. You need to crit on this roll. Because it's 4 successes. So roll for me that frenzy check.
It's not
You
worth
need
it.
to okay.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I don't have a high enough chance to crit. If it's on 2 die and 2 die alone, that's not a high enough chance. I'll just Nico will just stew.
Yeah, because it's like 1 point something repeating if you cut 5 into 1/3. So rounded down to the next whole list is 1 die plus the 1 die from the Order of the Repentant.
Yeah. Like
So
if it was just 2 successes, I would risk it. But if it's not, then no, I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to wrap this up with some narration. Because tonight, while frustrating for some, was not a total bust. As the night winds down, you learn who some of the movers and shakers are among the Toreador refugee. There is Jacob and Alexander Toussaint, who are best described as insufferably inseparable. They are left and right frickin' frack. through discussions with them, you find out that they're the more esoteric artists. They deal in philosophy, is their conjoined art. They were part of the kind of disaffected group, because there were those that were in with the former regime of the Lehigh Valley and those who did not have such favor. Jacob and Alexander were part of the group that did not have favor. They left because there was no protection for them anyway. You find out that Anton and Vija are part of the former in crowd and left because reprisals. You learn that Roger and Mimi were also, well, Roger was definitely part of the have-nots. Mimi, you learn, has been in and out of favor with the former prince of the Lehigh Valley, which Thomas specifically will have learned that coincides with the times that she is off again with Roger. I will go around the table and I will let everybody have one question that they can have answered for free by the storyteller, because we did run long and I want to make sure that I get you guys the information that I want you to have. We are going to start with Samantha. Do you need time to think about your question? We can come back to you. Okay.
Do. There's a lot here.
Thomas?
I don't know if I have a pressing question in mind.
Okay. If the information you have is good enough for you, that's good enough for me. Hawk.
You know my question.
What is your question? Say it out loud.
Who the fuck?
After all, it's for posterity.
Who the fuck is this woman? And if that's too broad of a question, what is her
That-
relationship to Laurent?
That woman is clearly someone that knows about you, about the city, and about Laurent. She might have been lying about who she was, but she is definitely somebody who is very close to Laurent.
Okay.
Samantha, do you need another minute?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I think it would be Anton and Vidya.
Mm-hmm.
Would the information gathered indicate that these two were not only a part of like the in crowd, but were related in a way to the prince as artists, or would they be more considered posers?
So Vija is definitely one that would be considered a poser. Anton, however, is well known for his oration. His art is of public speaking. So this is a man that can walk into a room and whip everybody into a fervor. As a matter of fact, you do hear small smatterings through the crowd that watch out for that one. Chaos follows wherever he walks.
Ooh, so he's a shaker.
They say whatever room Anton walks into, discord is not far behind.
Ooh, okay.
So, as the night ends, and you are all whisked away from the inn at the Union League, we're going to go around the table one more time. Hawk, where are you going to head now that the night is over? Are you going back to your haven? Are you going back to the Chantry, the coterie haven?
I think he'd probably go to the coterie. Nope. He'd probably go to his own haven to both decompress and B, to start doing research on the woman, on Genevieve.
Okay. Thomas. Kay deposits Drew back with you and kind of gives you a very dry, you'll let him know, right? Good.
Yeah.
She was a peach all night, and she climbs into the Bentley and takes Hawk off. And Drew just kind of looks at you, and she's just like, I think I like that woman. She was very easy to talk to.
She gives like the way she talks.
Yes, very direct. You don't have to figure out what she means. And she climbs into the back seat of Baby. And the valet has brought Baby around, and she's fine. There's not a... She was handled with kid gloves. So, Samantha, you rode in with Thomas. Are you Ubering home? Are you going to get in the Bentley with Virgil and Hawk? Are you going to call an Uber?
Join us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. She'll get in with the Hawk.
Okay.
As soon as Samantha walks in, there's just a smile on Hawk's face, and he goes, "Did someone need to hold your hand?"
You will hear the sound of the partition between the drivers, between the cab and the passenger section just slowly roll up.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not electric, so like Kay has to reach over and manually crank this thing up.
Yeah.
So like you hear the crank winding and the window just slowly raise before it settles into place.
Yep.
Right before she would give him a quick side eye and look back forward and just says, "Shut it, Twinkety Chalamet."
You say that like it's an insult.
You know what? Fuck it. Last one of the night. Samantha, give me a charisma and etiquette, Hawk, composure, and resolve, please.
Sure. I mean, he's not taking it as an insult. Timothy Chalamet is pretty, and he is a twink. These are just facts.
Composure and insight, or charisma,
Charisma and etiquette.
or charisma and etiquette.
You got to beat a 2 with a bestial. Anthony Chalamet, I am dead.
I do hope you know
Crazy work.
that if you do win, I will be taking aggravated willpower damage. So just letting you know.
Hawk should have thought about that.
Okay. Because it is not in public, it is going to be 1 single point of aggravated willpower damage that you take. Because your meter is full and you got a superficial willpower damage, which automatically turns into aggravated. So you're back to 2 ag will damage.
I just got that. I just fixed that.
Fold up her hands, a cutting side eye, and shut it, Twinkle Chalamet. Nothing else.
I didn't even think it was an insult, but yet somehow something deep in his soul did.
It was just the withering comment because, like, there was no warmth, there was no mirth. This was not a friendly, like, jibe. Samantha just snapped at you like, shut it, Twinkle Chalamet. Like, very, for those who might know, very Karen Walker coded. And, like, you can't help but feel your soul wither just a little bit. The Bentley takes you both back to your vehicles, your respective vehicles at the Coterie Haven. Virgil spent the entire ride just staring at the two of you, just from one to the next, like, are you fucking serious?
What?
But you get back to the Coterie Haven, and you were able to take your separate vehicles back to your, unless anyone wants to stay at the Coterie Haven.
Unless the Coterie Haven has a computer that he can use. No.
Okay. I will need you to give me a in your chat, give me an intelligence and technology, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Does hacking, because he's going in.
Are you gonna hack?
To try and get more information? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, it counts. So anyway, you head back to your haven. Samantha, you're on your way back to your haven. Thomas, you and Drew are headed back to your haven. I'm going to go around the table real quick, and we're going to get parting shots and close everything out. So, Samantha, what's going through Samantha's head as she gets back to her haven?
She cannot fucking stand this coterie. She can't. She thinks Thomas is a disgusting perv, and Hawk just knows how to just nip at the heels. Was it a little unjustified? Maybe. But she is so frustrated. Because she had a target, she thought she was doing well, and the reaction, she was just like, damn it, didn't hit the mark. Socialization is not necessarily her bag of cats. She's a performer, even if she is trained. So she's just frustrated, just oozing contempt.
We are going to move on over to Thomas. Thomas, as you're settling into your haven for the remainder of your night, what's going through your head, buddy? How you feeling?
Thomas is actually rather pleased with how the night went.
I think that went really well.
He got to make a couple of Toreador feel bad. He managed to pick up a little information, some impressions about some things, and has an idea of what's going on and who he thinks is okay and who's not okay. So yeah, he's feeling kind of good about himself right now.
Good. Lastly, but not leastly, our sopping wet mess, our coterie whipping boy, which love you, buddy. You've been doing great tonight. Hawk, how are you feeling as you settle down in for the remainder of your evening, as you power on your computer and decide to look into this Geneviève Moreau?
He's frustrated, with the fact that he's frustrated with the fact that he did exactly what they told him to do. He did exactly how he was told to do it. And if it were anyone else but him, it would have been either A, enough, or B, it would have helped. But yet, because it's him, things didn't work out, and yet again he feels like he failed at this, despite literally doing everything he was told.
Sometimes the night has nothing but frustrations in store for us.
Yeah, it's like, if I don't do what I'm told, things don't end up right. If I do what I'm told, things also don't end up right. And it's just going right back to the, why did he choose me then? What was the point?
It's almost like there is a choice that Hawk needs to make. Because clearly the way he's been doing things thus far has not been working out for him. But as you all settle down for day sleep, and the sun begins to rise over the city of brotherly love, we bid a fond farewell to the Kindred of Philadelphia. Tonight has been a wonderful session. We're going to go around the table. My players are going to introduce themselves, who they are, where they can be found, and then we will give our customary closing for the session. So we will start first and foremost with our wonderful, incomparable sad boy. Hawk, who are you? Where can you be found?
Hello, I'm Nico. Sup? You can find me at any place I want to be found, such as Bluesky, TikTok, other places as Touch of Goblin. Yeah. If you can't find me on a social media platform, it's because I'm either not on it or I don't want to be found on that.
We're going to move things right along to Samantha.
Hi, howdy, hello. My name is Shazi, and I played the very snippy Toreador Samantha Nocturne. I swear I'm not this evil and mean in real life. But I can be found at brat.khalifa on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, primarily, and I make vampire content. So feel free to follow me there.
And lastly, but not leastly of our players, Mr. Pierce. Who are you? Where can we find you?
My name's Kit. You can find me on like TikTok and Blue Sky, Insta. But I'm mostly on TikTok, Kitsune_ charms, and you'll see my various BTM content. And a little bit of D&D, but yeah.
And as always, I am the storyteller, the main storyteller here for Philly by Night. I'm Einar. You can find me at Einar_TTRPG almost everywhere except for Blue Sky, where you can find me at In Stars Orbit. Thank you all so much once again for coming out and listening to our funny little vampire stories. Have a great night, and remember, just because we play monsters doesn't mean we can't be the light in somebody's world. Stay safe and have a great evening. Mwah.